Matthew chapter 20, verse 17. And Jesus, going up to Jerusalem, took the 12 disciples apart in the way, and said unto them, Behold, we go up to Jerusalem, and the Son of Man shall be betrayed unto the chief priests and unto the scribes, and they shall condemn him to death. Okay? So the chief priests and the scribes are also Israelites, right? And they're going against Jesus, right? And these are the leaders of the Israelites who are controlling the power of the Israelites, right? They're going against Jesus, right? They're pointing the finger at Jesus, right? And they're condemning him unto death, right? Okay, so he's speaking in the third person, but he's speaking of himself as a prophecy, telling his disciples that they're about to kill him and he's going to rise on the third day. Okay, so 19, it says, and shall deliver him to the Gentiles to mock and to scourge and to crucify him, and the third day he shall rise again. Okay, so he's letting them know before time, okay, because he is the Messiah, right? So he is the prophet, right? Then came to him the mother of Zebedee's children with her sons, worshiping him and desiring a certain thing of him. And he noticed her, and he said unto her, What wilt thou? She said unto him, Grant that these my two sons may sit, the one on the right hand and the other on the left in thy kingdom. Okay, so she requested that her two sons sit on the right and left hand side of Jesus in his kingdom, right? But Jesus answered and said, Ye know not what ye ask. Ye know not what ye ask. Are ye able to drink of the cup that I shall drink of, and to be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with? They say unto him, We are able. And he said unto them, Ye shall drink indeed of my cup, and be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with. But to sit on my right hand and on my left is not mine to give, but it shall be given to them for whom it is prepared of my Father. And when the 10 heard it, they were moved with indignation against the two brethren. Okay? So when the disciples heard it, they were like astonished, right? But moreover, because those two little boys were Jesus' cousins. They were his little cousins, right? So their mother was Jesus' auntie. So that's why they were singled out amongst the other 10 disciples. So yeah, they were the other two disciples. John and James, those are his cousins. So yeah, Jesus was talking to his auntie, their mother. Okay. But Jesus called them unto him and said, Ye know that the princes of the Gentiles exercise domination over them, and they that are great exercise authority upon them. Okay? So basically he's saying that the Gentiles, they exercise domination and authority over
their people and also the Israelites as well. They're enemies to the Israelites because they have and serve other gods, right? So the Gentiles are all the other people besides the Israelites, right? All the other nations, right? He went back and said this to his disciples, right? But it shall be, but it shall not be so among you, okay? So he's saying that the Gentiles exercise dominations over them and exercise authority upon them, okay? So their leaders, that's how they operate, with domination, authority, aggression, bullying, authority, right? He said, but it shall not be so among you, speaking to the Israelites. But whosoever will be great among you, let him be your minister. And whosoever will be chief among you, let him be your servant. Okay? So he said, don't just put people in position and let them have a title and rule with authority and domination. Actually pick people who are good for the criteria. You know what I'm saying? The actual using, your common sense to put the right people in their place. Okay? And even as the Son of Man came not to be ministered unto, but to minister, and to give his life a ransom for many. Okay? So he's basically saying that he came to be the minister, not to be ministered to. Okay? So people aren't coming to tell him, he's coming to tell the truth. He's coming to tell people what's going on and what, you know what I'm saying? Show people the way and the truth, right? And as they departed from Jericho, a great multitude followed him. And behold, two blind men sitting by the wayside, when they heard that Jesus passed by, cried out, saying, have mercy on us, O Lord, thou son of David. And the multitude rebuked them because they should hold their peace. Okay? So everybody was walking, following Christ, and it was a multitude of people, right? Because Christ had an aura about him, okay? Because he was very holy. He had a high frequency of energy, and he was pure. They said if you could touch Christ and get healed. That's how holy he was. Okay? So a multitude was with him when the men cried out, and the people felt like, because they were quiet and obedient to the Most High, to Jesus, so they felt like it was disrespectful for them to cry out, saying, have mercy on the Most High, right? But they continued to cry out anyway, right? But they cried out the more, saying, have mercy on us, O Lord, thou son of David. And Jesus stood still and called them and said, what will ye that I shall do unto you? Right? So Jesus said, okay, what do you want me to do for you? So he already knew. It's like he kind of already knew they wanted something, right? They say unto him, Lord, that our eyes may be open. So Jesus had compassion on them and touched their eyes, and immediately their eyes received sight, and they followed him. Okay, so this was another testimony of Jesus, Matthew. Okay, and this was a testimony that many of people, have witnessed and talked about, because he had a great following. When he was doing these miracles, people already believed in Jesus. It just made them, it just confirmed him, right? New people who were following was seeing this, right? And Jesus was the people's choice, okay? He became a following. They were afraid that he would revolt, right? So the Roman Empire were afraid that Jesus was going to rule over and gain power, right? Team up with allies against them, right? To overtake their government, right? Thank you guys so much for tuning in. That's all I got for you. Um, Matthew is a great book. Check out my other Matthew readings, talking about the ending of days. The disciples have brought up to Jesus, um, what should they look for in the ending of days, how they know when it's going to come. And that's every man's question. So the prophets were, well, the disciples were wise enough to ask him, because they knew that he was going to die soon, because he already prophesied and told them that he would die and rise, right? So this is the second part to Matthew 20. I made a beginning part. You can check that out if this is your first time. So if you're listening to the first part, I kind of explained that, and I was going to give my theory on it in a part 3. So I may make a part 3 to this. I'm really not sure yet, but just look out for it. All right. Thank you guys so much. It's your boy JTV. Like, share, subscribe.